You were a DeMolay, so why didn't you join the Masons? Have you ever asked that question? Have you ever wondered why a young man, if he enjoyed DeMolay and got something out of it, wouldn't just jump right into Freemasonry? The answers may be as varied as the number of DeMolays who don't join, but to generalize, to really generalize, I may be uniquely qualified to answer that question. I wasn't just a DeMolay. I was a super DeMolay. I was my chapter's first representative DeMolay, first Chevalier, held all the offices, published the newsletter, and had so many merit bars I practically tripped over them when I walked. Then one day I turned 21 and poof, I wasn't a DeMolay. And for the next 30 years or so, I never gave Freemasonry a single thought. What happened? And during that time, were my experiences similar to others who didn't join? When I turned 21, I was in college. I had not visited my chapter for at least a couple years. DeMolay not only wasn't on the top of my list of priorities, it was, in fact, not on the list at all. I had new friends, new activities, and, those pesky courses I had to take. I had gone from being super DeMolay to one of those dreaded members in name only. DeMolay became a distant memory, and along with it, any thought of the Freemasons. Of course, not everyone goes to college. At that age, some go into the military, and others just get busy starting careers and families. So when I got out of college, I joined the ranks of those who were getting started in their careers and life in general. Getting started is tough. You're a big boy now, and you don't have time to sit back in your rocker and reminisce about those halcyon days in DeMolay. It may be anecdotal, but of the guys I knew in DeMolay, far more of them who did not go to college or attended a local university became Masons. There are other factors, to be sure. A 21-year-old young man just may not have a lot in common with older and more experienced adults. There might even be an intimidation factor to consider. And back then, to be one, ask one, was the rule of law. Today, in my jurisdiction, you can ask. Had my father asked me to join the Masons, likely as not, I would have. Another thing, in my jurisdiction, an 18-year-old can now become a Freemason. With proper mentoring, this is a good thing. It provides a transitional period before all those life events start inundating him. I must say, though, it still throws me for a loop when I meet the state master counselor who proudly announces he's a 32nd degree Mason. Back in the day, Sonny, that didn't happen. Going to college, going into the military, getting a career started are tough distractions. You get out of the habit of doing something, even something meaningful, and it's hard to get back to it. And on a personal level, that is the main reason I didn't join. In a way, I just forgot how great it was. I might add, that also applies to our brothers we don't see anymore. They lose their enthusiasm for coming to boring meetings, get distracted by other things, and before you know it, join the ranks of those dreaded members in name only. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, it seems, does not apply to Freemasonry. For the Whence Came You podcast, this is Steve Harrison with the Masonic Minute.